What's good, Wizards fans? Great to be with you. Rock Coulibaly, Kuz, Sarr, Carrington, and Poole. Wizards rookie from Virginia, Kevin Durant, and Mason Plumlee. At the former Wizard Tyus Jones, this guy, Devin.
The Suns early in the painted area. That seems to be an area of concern for them. I'd love to see them shoot the basketball, don't get me wrong, but I think they can really get some high percentage shots if they could be aggressive going into the painted area.
Wizards coming off a 120-106 loss at home to Minnesota. Meanwhile, Atlanta beat the Suns on the 14th, 122-117. The Suns have suffered their 11th consecutive loss in Atlanta. Getting the offense.
Area of concern for me, how well will the Wizards guard the three-point line featuring two shooters like Durant and Booker and Kevin Durant.
Alex Sarr misses that three. Tonight's officials, Kevin Scott, crew chief in his 14th season. Genomides Petritis in his 10th. He's from Germantown, Maryland, with the Northwest High School and the University of Maryland. As Plumlee's
attack the painted area. If the Suns have a weakness, it's on the interior of their defense.
Tony talked about it, rebounding, rebound. Get on the glass if you're the Wizards tonight. It's Kyle Kuzma swinging it over to Carrington. His Bilal's first three off the mark, rebounded by Kevin Durant. The Wizards missed their first three shots to start this game.
You know how dangerous KD is anywhere on the court. You see him matched up here with Alex Sarr.
There's a pull-up three for Durant as Pugh changed his starting lineup. Bringing Nurkic off the bench, also Bradley Beal. Here's Booker, just kind of frees him up. Finds Durant, misses the dunk. Late whistle as he was quarter at Atlanta. That's his outing so far this season.
So versatile.
And it's interesting, Brian Key, all NBA play. No start for Phoenix. Wizards got to get some offense going here. Alex Sarr trying to work on Plumlee. He misses that shot.
I think he's got the right idea. I'd just like to see the Wizards attack the paint just a little bit more. It's not a bad shot. It's not a bad shot for Alex Sarr.
Their Star Trek is on feature right now. Durant against Kuzma. Good hands in the passing lane by Poole. Comes up with the deflection. And the first points of the game for the Suns come right back with the fall away.
These shooters for the Phoenix Suns.
This is the 30th time Kevin Durant has faced his hometown team. He had 18 points in the last game versus Washington, which snapped 11 straight games. He had 20 or more against the Wizards. Here's Booker. Inside layup is good, and the foul.
We've seen a couple of transition buckets right here, but he gets enough credit for his defense. He does it in the NBA.
And you're going to call a foul.
A lot of times you will get the opportunity at the line, if not
in 35 minutes. Tony, a good way to get your offense going if you're struggling shooting the basketball. Plumlee being guarded heavily there by Sarr. Force him to pick up his dribble. This is the Booker. Booker going left. Misses. Plumlee does out. Poole was fouled by the rookie Dunn.
The NBA.
Sarr on the drive, spinning into traffic. Genomides Petritis is going to call that personal on Plum. Played 4 years at Marquette. Kuz to Coulibaly. Iguodala with the rebound. Keep an eye on him, Tony. He's extremely bouncy.
Okay. Young legs, huh?
Yes, sir. Booker out to Tyus Jones. Back to Book. Book trying to get downhill. Kicks it over to Tyus on a catch-and-shoot three. Good rebound there by JP, boxing out Dunn. Carrington on a pull-up three. Cruz with that offensive board. Throwing it up to Sarr for the alley-oop. Game cutting into Phoenix lead. Here's Booker. Ball tapped over to Kyle Kuzma. Cal trying to work on the rookie, and he'll be rewarded.
Won the championship 2004-2005. Again, there's a long list of coaches who come from that Spurs coaching tree.
Wizards will remain in the bonus for the final 6 minutes here in the first quarter. Good hands by Bub. Poole trying to beat the pack. Layup is good.
To get that steal and have Jordan Poole end up with an easy bucket.
Daru passing it over to Jones. Blocked by Sarr, coming over on the weak side. Koulibaly loses the handle. 503 career wins in 11 years. Actually, Coach Malcolm Brogdon one season in Milwaukee from the 2018-19 campaign.
Yeah, had a pretty solid run in Milwaukee.
KD, fall away over the outstretched arm. Post game together. I used to say, Tony, is there anybody that can block Kevin Durant's shot when he has a fall away jumper like that?
Yeah.
And even Alex Sarr at 7 foot couldn't do it.
No. I had the opportunity to play against KD a couple of times in the summer back when I still had some legs that blocked him. He's just virtually unguardable. I don't know anybody who can really throw Kevin Durant off his game. You have to.
He was in definite consideration for Rookie of the Year honors as we're getting ready to hit that midway point of the season. Still a lot of basketball to go, but he's putting on a show so far.
Well, he's convinced me. I get the opportunity, obviously, as we all do, to watch him on a nightly basis, and it's been impressive what he's been able to accomplish with such a short body of work is on the court.
Booker fighting his way inside.
To dealing with these stars. And the one thing that I can remember back to my rookie year is that whenever you have a star
problem with him, and it's his rookie year, it's early.
He hasn't necessarily earned those stripes. You see a nice shot right there. You have to know who you are, and in that way you can play a little more aggressive than the average guy. But he certainly has all the intangibles, the IQ of the game, and the will to defend.
Former Wizard Monte Morris inside the paint. Good defense there by Keyshawn. See? Hey, that's a really good stop there for the rookie.
Excellent stop right there. Stayed on his feet until the appropriate time to jump.
JP tried his hand at another three. That one lips out. For more on Keyshawn George, let's check in with Megan.
Guys, I actually asked Keyshawn about the fouling situation with him and his active hands yesterday at practice, and he said, I know the mistakes that I'm making can compound, and I know I have a high foul, and it's on me to correct them and correct them in real time so that I can be on the floor and available and not in foul trouble. And he said, I know I have active hands. I can get my hand on deflections. I can get into the passing lane, but it's me knowing what.
I love the fact that he's owning that, Megan, and defensively, I don't want him to stop being aggressive.
No.
It's just like you said, Tony, the refs have to get to learn the league.
These guys are all-stars, so I love what Megan said about his ability. That's just young and bouncy, as we say, for no reason.
For no reason for the season. Here he is being aggressive with Durant. We've talked about it over the course of the last season and a half that Bilal is going to get that assignment.
I want to see Bilal take on the challenge of guarding the team's best players. I know that a lot of times the philosophy, the man-to-man is switch, but it's nice when you can keep a guy that you think is your best defender on the other team.
Lead from the field is Poole on a drive.
Excellent.
9 points here in the first quarter. Wizards shifting that defense over to Durant. The rookie, Iguodala, misses. Oh, JP on a one dribble distance three.
Get into a shot.
There's George now guarding Monte Morris. A switch now with Koulibaly. And Keyshawn once again being a little too handy. Thinking to myself, hey man, you Kevin Durant.
What's going on, but clearly Kevin.
Suitland, Maryland's Kevin Durant, Bub Carrington from up in Baltimore. We got 60 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Bub inside, float game is off. Monte Morris comes up with the rock. Here he is driving. Inside layup, good.
Physical, I believe, with the Phoenix Suns here, and not allow them to get these easy drives to the basket.
Kuz, kick out, swing, Carrington, back over to George. And it bounces. A little
great shot by Keyshawn George.
Keyshawn George has made his first 2 threes. He's got 6 points. Suns can hold for the final shot. 11-point lead for Phoenix. Kuz guarding KD, swinging it over to Allen. Allen with a left-hand hook shot. Grayson Allen going for 8 points second quarter. Chris Miller, Tony Massenberg filling in for Drew Gooden, Megan McPeak, and Devin Booker.
It's a tough shot right there in transition. If you're Keyshawn George, you're going back. Devin Booker pulls up from deep as he's prone to do. But the three-pointers have been deadly for the Suns.
4 of 7 so far in the game. There's going to be a whistle. That'll be on Plumlee and our weeks. You'll appreciate this, where I said, you know what, Jonas, the way you played, man, you could have played in the 80s and the 90s. He said, no, I'm good. I'm good where I am right now. Let me be one of the only physical ones.
Ability to stretch the floor as well.
Plumlee handing it over to Booker. Booker on a pull-up jumper, pure. Came in averaging 25 a night. Tough drive by
offensive side.
Carrington cutting into this Suns lead. Booker front rims that one. Rebounded by George. Keyshawn over to Valanciunas. JV inside on Plumlee.
And Doc JV when he's trying to get downhill.
Valanciunas is averaging 13 points, almost 10 rebounds versus Western Conference teams this season. You think he's got some data on him?
Sure. Hey, listen. JV's the guy that's going to read that scouting report.
Plumlee.
Shooters off the screen and roll.
Monte Morris already with 4 of Phoenix's 13 assists. Royce O'Neal in the game for Phoenix. As Carrington can't make that three-pointer. Monte inside, no look back. Pass there to Booker, but it was blocked by JV.
That's excellent help defense right there by Jonas.
Keyshawn in the corner.
Using defense to generate some offense. Get a bucket right there from Keyshawn George off the block of Jonas Valanciunas.
Morris goes back door, loses the handle, and then he turns it over. Kuz, Keyshawn, do it again. Why not, young fella? What?
Plenty of time to catch and shoot.
Allen, this three is touching. That ends an 11-2 run. Kuz on the drive. Tried to pass it to JV. Errant pass. Allen slams it home.
In a major way, but also they're involved in this community. And the community 29. Now, the goal is unity, you know, to turn to each other and not turn on each other. So we're grateful to have others across our nation.
Andrea, when you look at sports and the platform that it offers, and you look at what
reminds them that they are, that the players see them, particularly that they're important to the team.
And I'll leave the last question for you, Martin Luther King III. When you think of 100 million hours, for folks who may be at home watching this or may see it on social media and they want to get involved with Realize the Dream, how can they?
Go to realizethedream.org, and everything is there online. Technology is the order of the day, and so we encourage you. That's the easiest way to find out. There's tells you the programs or whatever you can do to volunteer. We're not telling people, hey, go do this specific assignment. Do what speaks to your heart in terms of the kind of community that you want to create. And volunteering is how it comes to fruition.
Thank you to both of you for your time and for everything that you're doing. And here's to 100 million hours.
100 for 100.
Looking forward to that. All the hours that we can do in this community to make sure that we get it for Dr. King's legacy. We're all for it. And just a reminder, the NBA celebrates Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s pursuit of racial, social, and economic justice. Interview with Megan, we saw Keyshawn George and Ryan Dunn go at each other, and they're familiar with one another. ACC foes. Keyshawn played at Miami, Ryan Dunn at the University of Virginia.
Still trying to get used to Miami being in the ACC.
Exactly.
Not the ACC that I grew up with.
Second chance opportunity here for Phoenix. And another three goes up and good. Already 4 or 5 from downtown.
And this is what Grayson Allen has made his living. Knocking down wide open shots.
Suns have got numbers. Dunn passing it over to Situ. Saw scoring.
Struggled a little bit from the three-point line, but he's been very consistent.
Champagny with a steal. Loses the handle as is taken away by Tyus. The two former Wizard point guards have combined for
Wizards getting an opportunity to play, but in my opinion, they have outplayed his draft position. And I can say the same thing about Bub at 14.
learn the game instead of just sitting on the bench, because you learn better when you're playing. I'm only speaking for the best application was actually
Be in it in order to understand what it's really about. It's one thing to sit on the bench and have coaches taking notes, consciously and subconsciously, and that's really the best way to learn. It's just
that already. So congratulations to JP. And in terms of three-point shooting, he hit a three, so he's 8.
You know, I'm loving everything that he's done. He's gotten more efficient. He's become a better passer, become a better leader. And again, we've already talked about what he's done on the defensive side of things. So I just think Jordan Poole is really benefiting the Washington Wizards, being the type of leader that you hope he'd be.
The rookie Ryan Dunn's got 7 points. And Bilal goes goal. He's got 5 points. Keyshawn nearly got that steal. Good deflection. Another cut there.
Communication for the Wizards on the defensive side. Got to be talking to each other a little bit more on the defensive end.
I know this Suns organization is really pleased with the way Ryan Dunn has kind of incorporated himself into this veteran group. Kevin Durant off the mark. Second chance opportunity. Second chance at a 3 for KD. Good defense there by Sarr. So that live in-game reps that Alex is getting now against one of the greatest scorers that's ever lived is invaluable.
Oh, you can't replicate that. I mean, there is no cheat code for trying to guard a guy like Kevin Durant. You just have to be out there. And
with you, as you saw that for the first time.
And the honor was mine. It was really, I think, more impactful to be along with that tour with you, because you were giving me side information with regards to some of the great civil rights leaders, not just Dr. King and what he meant, but evolution. And it was very impactful for me because I grew up learning this stuff in school, even though I grew up in Canada, but to also have the impact that it had on you as a young man as you were growing up in it and learning from it and learning from your aunt and your mom and your grandma, and then sharing that information.
To the Lorraine Motel, because it's really important, because I was taught how important the civil rights movement is and was. And for you, living in Memphis, what was that like?
well, to be a part of that community and get to see some of these things firsthand and just really indulge yourself in the history and the struggle, you know, that a lot of people were facing, and to hear some of the stories from people that you would meet who were older, obviously, and living in that time. It's a real testament to how far we have come. And yes, we still have work to do, but certainly the people that have paved the way and put themselves in harm's way in the process, like Dr. King, should be celebrated.
Corner 3 by Poole at 14. It's part of a 7-0 Wizards run. Koulibaly with a steal. Ladies and gentlemen, free and clear for takeoff. Just can get another stop and get back into this game. Good hands there by Poole in the passing lane. Ahead to the rookie, Sarr. Nice sidestep and rocks it with 2 hands.
That Euro step.
Alex now in double figures. Wizards have cut into this lead. KD.
And I think it's important right now that the Wizards continue to, it's definitely worked in their favor.
Sarr inside, swinging it out. Bub lines his feet. Durant on the rim. It's a rebound. Washington now shooting 50% from the field.
And a huge part of that is because of how active they've been on the defensive side, forcing some turnovers and getting some points off the fast break.
8 seconds separating shot and game clock. Tyus swinging it over. Book knocks down his 3.
And Bob Carrington's going to learn you got to close out a little bit faster on a shooter like Devin Booker.
JP to close the second quarter. Steps through 2 Suns. Get down to Washington. KD fouled by Jordan Poole. That's going to be a transition take foul. His exploits here locally, unbelievable document. following DeMar Johnson all around.
Ball at that time, and that is a 6'9", 6'10" guard. You know, we had seen a lot of those, and so I think Kevin Durant, growing up watching a guy like him, another PG County product.
Yusuf Nurkic is ill, not with the team, and it just made that trade for Nick Richards. He got 3 second-round picks going to Charlotte.
And that's the Suns attempting to shore up their defense in the post.
League on notice, especially when you bench a guy like Bradley Beal and Yusuf Nurkic, guys who have been starters, you know, for the better part of their careers. But you understand why when you look at this Phoenix Suns team now, especially with putting Ryan Dunn in that starting lineup.
Well, Ryan Dunn's in that lineup for his defense. Make no doubt about that. The energy that he provides.
Whole of the game. He's got 3 points, 2 boards, and a helper. Durant, that signature 2-dribble pull-up.
And that's just his game right there. He wants to get to the pull-up. Almost unstoppable.
Might as well call it 2 dribbles and cash.
Yeah.
Sar.
No, they don't call it.
He's actually working on game shots and kind of getting into that lather.
Well, that's why there's nothing eye-popping about it. He perceives to be the weak side of that defender, and he's going to expose him.
Here's Durant with the basketball. Tyus Jones is his PG. Tyus once again putting up Tyus Jones' numbers, 7 assists, no turns. Bub going upstairs to get that rebound. Bub had a really important day for him yesterday. We'll get to that momentarily. Going back to his high school. Kuz slapped down by Durant. Tyus baseline drive. Waiting for the cutting Dunn. Left hand is good.
Wizards on the defensive side. Gotta be aware of where the Phoenix Suns are.
JP tried that up and under, misses. Kota Bol. Bol is sitting on the bench. He's available. He's got size, but he's not known as.
But I haven't seen him as a consistent, just one element that separates him from Wemby. But Bol is extremely talented on the offensive side.
Booker trying to go ISO against Sar. Fall away jumper. They're in a triple of the game. He's got 21 on the night.
Devin Booker's what you call a tough shot taker and a tough shot maker.
Indeed. Here he is trying to guard Alex. Alex's hook shot, no good. Royce O'Neal. This is a small lineup for Phoenix now, with Kevin Durant being the tallest. Dunn to the cutting Booker, blocked by Sar.
That's a great contest right there by Alex Sar.
Bilal loses the handle, and that's going to get Booker an easy finger roll.
A lot of times you ever see guys, Chris, who you look down at the stat sheet and you're like, wow, I didn't know he scored that many points.
Exactly.
Gus is one of those guys, man. He'd rack them up in a hurry, and you wouldn't know what hit you until the end of the game.
Poole, double team, shot clock winding down for Carrington. Kuz, offensive rebound.
At the offensive board, this is where the Wizards, I believe, can take advantage of the Suns.
20-point Suns lead. Tyus, tough jumper over Sar, misses. Carrington was bumped by Jones.
You see Bub, the Phoenix Suns, got to get some easy buckets.
Coulibaly trying his hand on the corner triple. Sar, offensive rebound, it was blocked. Suns, despite the lack of size, physical down low.
Yeah.
KD takes a step back. Good hands by Sar, almost got the steal. Just a little too
right there, but great effort up until that point.
Nearly got that pluck on KD. Booker, tough contested two-pointer. Law giving it over to Poole. Tyus stepping into a jumper off the mark, rebounded by Sar. That's his third board tonight. JP to the rim.
JP with the
Think about that hip, man. Come on, man. Contusions on that hip.
yeah, that's definitely an area of concern, but
He's been in terms of the rebound.
with the last couple of possessions, you're seeing jump shots by the Wizards.
Nice contest there by Kuz. My stage manager, Lori Green, gave me a great quote about Jordan Poole, and when he falls, she says the same thing.
Yeah, it's probably what the fans in Philly do whenever Embiid goes down now.
He used to
Oh
fall
my goodness!
sprawled out
Oh, those early years.
to this organization. As Jordan Poole steps back and hits a three. 18 for the lifeguard, the mayor of Poolesville, if you will. KD in the mid-range on Kispert. Sar skies for the rebound. Wizards trying to put a little pace in this game. Bilal.
Absolutely.
Good drive right there. Koulibaly's 78% free throw shooter this season. Makes the first.
But he's also gotten some good drives and a dunk in this game.
Hey, Tony.
A lot of people.
Tyus trying to go one-on-one with Sar, who has the height advantage. Kick out, Royce O'Neal.
Saw a collision
turnover.
right there between Keyshawn George and Devin Booker.
Five to go here in the third. Bilal into the chest of
From Bilal Koulibaly.
Booker on a drive. They're going to call that per time so far this season. And he is now 4 points away from that. 50 games he has had in his career.
Well, we've seen him. When it comes to scoring, Devin Booker does it as good as anybody in this league.
Well, nice bounce pass by Bilal to Kuz. JP got some separation on Booker. Rookie Ryan Dunn grabs his 9th rebound. He's a rebound away, Tony, from a double-double.
He's gotten active early. Talked about him and what he gives the Suns on the defensive side.
Former
Rebounding
Golden State
as well.
teammates going at it right now. As late, JP's communicating with Genomides Petritis, but that was a foul. Here's a word from FanDuel. Durant now with 19 points for the Suns. Suns team came in 6th in the league in three-point shooting, Tony, at 38%.
Well, we know they feature some great shooters. Have two of the best in the league in Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. So obviously, you would expect them to have a good ranking when it comes to any of the offensive statistical categories.
Dunn, Euro stepped as the shot clock was winding down, follows his middle double. 16 points, 10 rebounds. Young man out of UVA. He's got his 11th rebound. He seems like a hand and glove fit with Durant and Booker, just active on the glass.
Well, every team needs that Swiss Army knife type of guy, and that's who he is. Perimeter defenders as well.
Under 3 to go in the third. Carrington pulls up and hits.
Action.
It's been a wire-to-wire lead for the Suns, led by as many as 23. Carrington now with his 6th point. Catch and shoot opportunity for Royce O'Neal.
We'll just have to be conscious of these shooters on the perimeter. These are some clean looks the Suns are getting right now on the offensive end.
Moved to Oregon at the age of 7, and he is the son of former Bullet Manute.
In running to another 7'7" guy named George Yao Ming, and so these are the guys I had to guard, Chris.
And Shaq. You
And
told me
Shaq.
your war stories about Shaq.
Oh yeah,
One of the best stories you ever told me was when Brian Reeves was like, my knee,
Yeah.
coach.
These are the 2000s. Coach didn't have nothing on that Shaq team.
Kids forget to a lot of people, right?
Yep.
Now he's a DJ. He's going to come in here DJing in a couple of weeks.
World-renowned DJ.
There's Bol Bol
Yep.
in his first. Played 1 year at Oregon.
As you said, he's one of the more intriguing talents.
Oh, Kispert.
Yeah, I think there are just certain games and matchup that really. The one thing he does consistently, he always plays within himself. You never see him take forced shots. He takes what the defense gives him.
Durant working over George. 23. Champagnie. Nice drive and finish between the Go-Go and the Wizards. To get that young man an opportunity to get to a showcase opportunity. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yeah.
Keyshawn on the floor. Gets the steal. Kuz to Kispert. And he scores.
At KD as the lone man back on the break.
30 bench points for the Wizards tonight. Kispert, almost another steal. Staying with it. Competing there with Monte Morris. Bol puts it on the deck, and he was fouled by Kuzma. Remember his career night, 31 points against the man's game. Again, folks, you have until January the 24th to vote Champagnie in the G League Up Next game. It's presented by AT&T. But Washington, before we get on the road and head to San Francisco tomorrow. Booker off the mark, tapped out by Bol, right into the hands of Morris.
And that right there has been a little bit of a
39-27 advantage. And the Suns have 8 offensive rebounds, and they've scored 14 second chance points off of those.
And case can be made that makes a big difference in this basketball.
The Wizards have gone to their bench. Valanciunas, George, Kispert, Champagnie, and Jarrett Butler.
Jarrett Butler's come in the past and been able to be instant offense for the Wizards.
Champagnie.
Make a difference here. Great shot right there by Justin Champagnie.
And how did they get that pass inside? Looking like JD5 out there.
Yeah, Devin Booker looking like
Booker now 10 of 11 from the chair. The Suns are 17 of 21 from the free throw line. Washington is 13 of 20. On a catch and shoot. Look at Keyshawn getting that offensive rebound, but not able to control the basket. I told Genomides he only made one mistake in his life. He went to Northwest High School instead of Quince Orchard. I kid. I kid.
You have somebody waiting for you after this game.
No. No. Here's a turnover by the Suns. Champagnie thought about it, then decides to take the three. Wise choice. Give him 2 steals as well, as he's perfect from the field. Booker spraying it out to Morris. Nice pass and cut. Allen.
Keyshawn George doing a nice job right there of sticking with Allen, forcing him a tough shot.
Valanciunas, good vet move right there.
Classic vet.
4 straight games for Valanciunas, averaging almost 10 boards in that 4-game span. His first free throw opportunity of the night.
Valanciunas I'd like to see them feed him a little bit more in the post, because I don't think there's anybody that can really guard him.
Plumlee with 4 fouls. Booker loses it. Butler keeping his head up. Finding the trailing Kispert.
And that's the shot you want from Corey Kispert. Take your chances on that one.
Allen with a tough drive. Not able to knock it down. Wizards got numbers. Butler to Kispert. JV went on tap in.
For a good follow.
18-point advantage for Phoenix. 15 with 9 minutes to go.
And there's still time for the Wizards to shave some points off of this lead, but it's going to take efforts like that. Limit the Suns to 1 shot.
Champagnie. It's going to go out of helping this young man get to this level. And it's interesting, his Mount Rushmore, Sam Cassell, Carmelo Anthony, Will Barton, and Rudy Gay.
Hey, it's a nice list right there.
Feeling ahead of it. He said, obviously this is not something I've done before, but he was really excited leading up to it. And then Brian Keefe, as you saw from the video, was in attendance, and he said, I hadn't been at a high school game since Russell Westbrook's jersey was retired, and he attended that.
We're going to go up to the NBA draft. Tony, it was a busload.
Wow.
A busload of people went up to Brooklyn to take part in the NBA draft. It just tells you how the community of Baltimore has been around Bub and his family. It's a cool sight, and obviously last night the Wizards pouring into Bub on a really.
It dates back years. You know, Bub named guys that, you know, were either currently in the NBA or played recently. And, you know, I really got hip to
living out his dream of playing in the.
And the first NBA player I really knew about. And so for some of these kids to get that type of exposure to being around pros and everything that goes with fans, you know, I got to go check this joker right now.
About, you know, Kevin Durant was following DeMar Johnson around.
Yeah.
Just one of the elder statesmen in the league now, 36 years old. Where did the time go?
It's unbelievable. I mean, when you talk about guys like Kevin Durant, you remember seeing them in high school, and then it's like blink of an eye, you know, they're vets in the NBA.
Good cut there. Nice.
Not just a shooter.
Booker misses that one. Keyshawn loses the handle. Tyus swinging it over to the rookie Dunn. Offensive rebound by Plumlee. He's done. Kicking it out. Shot clock now at 5 for Booker. Tyus on the catch and shoot three.
Yeah.
After losing in Northeast Ohio last week.
The big payback.
Here in D.C., we got 6 minutes to go. It's been all Phoenix Suns, but George now with 16. Started the game making his first 4 threes. Spray out to Dunn. Dunn attempting. Lazar says access denied.
Yes. You like to see Alex Sard. Again, you can't be a good shot blocker and be afraid to be on a poster. So challenging shots, even when it's not necessarily in your favor, is something that guys who block shots always do.
Ooh, Booker high off the win. 12 of 23 shooting. This is now his 4th straight game of scoring 30 or more. George!
Great ball.
Keyshawn tonight. He's got 19 off the bench. He's waiting for that Plumlee screen. Tyus on the kick out to the veteran Royce O'Neal, lips out. Suns are 14 of 30 from 3 tonight. Alex, nice hook shot.
I like that. Of him being able to score in a variety of ways.
Sar with 13 tonight to go along with those 7 boards. Wizards switching on defense. O'Neal again in that corner. Alex! Development you talked about in the beginning of the game, Tony. We're seeing it in real time with this young man.
Yes. And, you know, again, I talked about the experience of being out there. You know, there are going to be rough stretches like this for these young guys, but the fact that they're there, they're going to be better for it down the road.
Koulibaly over to Butler. Kispert muscling his way in. Jimmy Patsos, we've got a little more than 3 to go here in the 4th quarter. Booker relocating on the jumper. Durant offensive rebound.
That's a key offensive rebound right there.
11 offensive rebounds for the Suns tonight. KD bounce pass inside. Iguodala misses that dunk attempt.
Get some clean looks and some stops.
Blocked by Durant. Kispert thought he had a clean look at the basket. Kevin came over on the weak side to redirect that shot. Booker between the legs of Sar. Alex comes up with it. Here's Butler with a layup.
With a chance here, but it's going to require them getting some stops and making some shots.
2 to go for Booker. Picking up that dribble. Good hands by Butler. Getting that steal. Here come the Wizards on the 3-on-1. George. Foul! On 7 of 9 shooting.
From behind the 3-point line, and certainly need
opportunity here with 1:40 to go, trailing by just 6. George. Guarding Booker. Now a switch with Kispert. You hear the chant of defense. Allen. Rattles out, rebound by Kispert.
This is a big possession right here.
The closest it's been since early second quarter. Coulibaly, pocket pass to Sarr. Keyshawn thought about it, passes over to Kispert. Corey inside on the driving kick. Keyshawn deep three. Oh yeah!
Big CB right now. Keyshawn George, big time three right there.
Under 60 seconds to go. Wizards fans are on their feet. See if Washington can get one more stop. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Booker, huge shot for Phoenix. 34-19 in this fourth quarter, which got him back into the game. Sarr comes back and hits that three. No, he doesn't. Misses. Rebounded there by O'Neal. And Coulibaly is going to foul Booker.
Without question, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant.
How about them getting
tight scoring the basketball?
The Wizards will see the same Suns team on this 6-game road trip. They'll see them on January 25th. Bilal loses pressure. Butler will foul.
And definitely gave the Phoenix Suns the point guard that they needed. Creative scorer all around, actually.
Lakers and the Clippers before taking on the Phoenix Suns and closing it out. The Suns team has gone wire to wire, led by as many as 24 Washington quarter, but turnovers and then Devin Booker.
Wizards had a chance right there towards the end of the fourth, but that last Booker was a backbreaker.
Yep, it was 121-17 Phoenix, and then Booker hit that big three-point. Closing time here. It's a bucket. Keyshawn.
See these young fellas, despite the fact that wins are hard to come by, is truly the best teacher.
And they're about to get an experience on this.
Yeah, I think they're going to move up a little bit.
Kispert on a catch. Champagnie trying to tap it in. And the Suns can essentially just dribble the basketball out as they're going to win by 7 in a highly contested game with the Wizards really showing some fight in the fourth quarter.